Reverend Dr. Sheldon E. Williams is my next guest, and he is pastor of the Co-op City Baptist Church here in New York City, the Bronx, and author of a brand new book, Principle-Centered Living, 9 Reasons to Maintain Your Values in a Pressure-Filled World. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
Very important that you came out with this book at this time. I have to ask you, in your church, do you find people running up to you, maybe on the street too, and saying that they are under pressure?
Yes, especially now in this society, we have pressures all over the place. You have pressures with your jobs, pressures in the family, pressures with finances, pressures in business. So there's pressures all over, and people come with different issues, and those are some of the issues that I try to address in the book. Pressures in business, pressures in the family, pressures with their friends, pressures with their time and their money. So we try to address those issues.
So tell me about this book. You have 9 reasons and principles.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about the book, how you put it together, the inspiration for it.
Okay, there's a lot of inspiration. As you said, the people are in a world, and we do live in a society full of pressures. So one of the inspirations for the book is that how do we get people to deal with the pressures, and what do they have? And one of the things that they have are their principles, the principles that they've been learning since they were young, things like integrity, things like character, things like a sense of fairness. And I try to teach them that they take these principles and these values and they put them into all types of forms in their life.
Okay, so let's come up with one of the big problems, stresses in people's lives, money.
Okay.
All right, would you be able to apply one of those principles to dealing with money problems people might have right now, possibly everybody who's watching right now?
Yes, Jess, we have a chapter on finances, how to be good stewards of your finances, how to also deal with people in a fair and equitable way. We need to learn that even when we're dealing with money, that we need to deal with people fairly and honestly. You don't want to rip other people off, and you don't want other people trying to rip you off. So it's almost the principle of do unto others as you would have them do unto you, even in your finances.
Is that one of your principles in the book?
Yes, it is. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That is one of the principles in the book and one of the things that we should live by.
Right, and I like how you apply that to money even. Give me another one of these principles. There's some great stuff in the book, and I want people to really hear about it.
Oh, another principle is integrity and character. I give you an example that I use in the chapter on business. And I use an example of one of my friends. He was in business, but he was a salesperson, and as he was moving up, his boss would have him try to do things more unethical, and he found himself not being able to sleep at night. He was making a lot of money, but he wasn't proud of the way he was making it. So he came to the decision after I had spoken to him, we had sat down and talked, where he had to leave the job or continue to do these things. So he decided to leave the job, start his own business, and he struggled for a while, but eventually he wound up making more money in his own business than he was making before when he was doing the unethical things. In this way, he was doing things that were ethical, following his principles, and living a life of integrity.
So I imagine in your job, in your life as a reverend, people confide in you, they tell you things. Do you think when they hit a crossroads, like this person you just brought up, that ultimately they hit a point where they're forced to do the right thing? Do you think people more often do the right thing? What do you think? I have no idea.
I believe people have a choice, Jess. And they can choose to do the right thing, or they can choose to do the wrong things. Now, there are many cases where we see publicly that people do the wrong things. But I think the majority of the people in their heart want to do what's right. And I believe that most people will do what's right. And if they read this book, it will help strengthen them and give them the ability to do what's right.
Well, that's some good stuff. Now, I know you're a reverend. Is this book only for Christians in one particular group?
No, this book is for everybody.
It is?
Yes,
okay.
Everyone. Doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter what religion you are, it doesn't matter what country you're from. I believe that even different religions teach the same principles. Every religion teaches you do not steal. Every religion teaches you do not lie. Every religion teaches you that you want to be a high person of high moral character. And I think that those teachings are universal.
By the way, I think on your website you have some of these principles. People want to just check them out right now. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
you can go.
The website is, yeah.
Yes, you can go to my website, principlescenteredliving.com, and they'll be there.
Okay, so what message do you really want to leave on the viewers who are watching today? They're seeing you, they're hearing what you're saying. They're probably at the very crossroads that you mentioned.
The message I want is that we need to use our principles in all aspects of our life. And if you don't remember anything else I say, remember principles. Don't leave home without them.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Jess.